First knockout, iron palm hand.
Hey guys, Rob here with McDojoLife, and the video you just got done watching was apparently supposed to be a knockout of a knife-wielding assailant who was coming at you, and you're supposed to strike him in pressure points located in the arm that will knock the person out. I hate to burst your bubble, but that shit ain't gonna work. The man performing that technique goes by the name of Anthony Rotella, and he's an instructor at Excel Martial Arts, which has 2 locations in Massachusetts.
Massive 2 shits.
One in Mansfield, the other in Canton. According to their bio on YouTube, they originally opened in 1980 as LCMA, and they taught Shotokan and then added Kempo. Over the years, they've added more to that curriculum, incorporating things like small circle jiu-jitsu, Filipino martial arts, Kyosho Jitsu, Tai Chi, and Sistema. It seems like that curriculum has gone downhill over the years. According to the website, Excel Martial Arts was co-founded by Cody Robin and John Hagman, who also developed and co-founded a martial arts style called American Te, not to be confused with Ameridote. According to their website, American Te combines the greatest parts of traditional Japanese karate, Filipino arts, Kempo, and more.
It's really a blend of the best parts of every martial art. That's why we like to say, best of all, worst of none.
The strange part about that is that neither of the founders of the art seem to have any Filipino martial arts ranking whatsoever listed at all on their resume. But they do both list rankings in the martial art that they themselves invented. They both give nods to George Dillman, and they both list that they are master level teacher of teachers under Evan Pantazzi. If the names George Dillman and Evan Pantazzi both sound familiar, then you're probably not new to this page. But if you are new to this page, here's a little George Dillman for you.
Anytime you would attack anybody from back to front, if you add that sound, you enhance the technique because it pulls the chi back to front through that person. Ding!
Here's a little clip of Evan Pantazzi. You know, the guy that they are both proud to be master level teacher of teachers under.
If you twist back like a motorcycle on the triple warmer V and you crank in toward the hand, you'll see there's a little bit of a pain factor. But if I just hold that there and tap right into here, you'll see that he drops down with a little bit more pain. That was on the spleen 6. If I come up underneath the spleen 9 with this, it's a better effect as well. That's without the sounds, that's without the chew, that's just rushing energy. Now I don't want to do the both together to knock them out, but if I do this and just say chew, you can see the person has a problem with that as well.
Notice a little pattern here? Both George Dillman and Evan Pantazzi believe that they can knock you out using sounds from their mouth. But that's not the craziest thing they believe. George Dillman, for instance, also believes that he somehow is a human ultrasound.
Now I'm going to explain this. Has nothing to do with this young lady. I only met her for the first time. But if a woman is pregnant and the baby is tested with the pulse on this hand, and the pulse beats stronger than this hand, she will be having a boy. That's how correct that is.
While Evan Pantazzi, on the other hand, believes that he can punch you and give you dysentery.
If he came in with that punch and I just hooked this down, there's the posture right there, okay? I could be attacking that arm to numb out that hand, okay? I'm not going to let you do that one because it also causes dysentery.
As crazy as George Dillman and Evan Pantazzi both clearly are, the apples don't seem to fall far from the tree over at Excel Martial Arts. Take a look. This video on YouTube is titled Arm KO CJR. That's right, another knockout by hitting someone in the arm. He parries the arm out of the way, and then after he does that, he kicks the leg. After kicking the leg, he then taps the tricep, and then finally elbows the bicep, causing some type of a delayed knockout. Let's watch that one more time. Clearly, you can't knock anyone out by elbowing them in the bicep. But of course, whenever you talk to these Kyosho Jitsu practitioners, they always start with the mental gymnastics. Clearly, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, using words like bicep and leg. What an amateur. Clearly I hit him on the gallbladder 59 and the spleen 32. But you said he was knocked out. He's clearly not knocked out. Once again, your feeble amateur mind doesn't know what it's talking about. There are levels to knockouts. This was clearly a lower level knockout. So he wasn't knocked out. Only to the untrained eye. But my favorite part of the Kyosho nonsense has to be the revival, where they sit them up, cross their legs, and slap them repeatedly on the back like if they don't, somehow they will explode or die. That last guy almost didn't make it. But I'm sure there's like a logical explanation that is clearly grounded in medical facts somehow, right?
Was the heart revival. Now, we didn't do that because we stopped people's hearts, although some people have been reported, even EMTs in emergency situations, to use this to restart from heart attack. The technique, if you could turn to, is a pressure point that when you push up and in, it causes a little pain, but when you strike it, it sends an electrical shock through the chest. By striking into the nipples at a 45-degree angle toward the center of the chest, you can cause a lot of dysfunction. You can see how the body folded up.
Crazy people talk. That's right, not only do they actually believe that crap, but they also teach it to paying customers. But I digress. On to the next one. For this one, we have a defense against a grab. The assailant grabs you and you apparently knock them out by punching them in the upper chest shoulder area.
Second knockout, the deuce.
Did he say deuce? This technique apparently causes some type of uncontrollable coughing for some reason. That was a close one. Thank God he was there to cross his legs up and slap him on the back. We could have lost him. Their YouTube channel currently has over 50 videos labeled KO for knockout, but somehow they're all miraculously able to break fall. Once again, clearly not knocked out. This one's a cute one. You're locked up with somebody and you punch them in the thigh to knock them out. You drop like a sack of fraudulent potatoes. Let's watch that one more time in slow-mo. But if that one doesn't do the trick for you, let's try this one, where you also hit them in the leg. These techniques are just too deadly to be showing the general population. Someone could die from these massive thigh punches. Someone should really tell any of the fighters ever who have been repeatedly kicked or hit in the leg over and over and over again that they were supposed to fall down after the first time. Time to give these guys some Dillmans, and it's so fitting today because of who they train under. They train under two of the biggest frauds I have ever covered on this page ever. They're now passing that down to other people as well. The techniques shown are clearly hot dog shit, so if you guess they're getting 5 out of 5 Dillmans, you'd be correct. Now, lineage has come up quite a bit on this channel because you can't really get away from it in martial arts. In this case, for instance, the instructors are batshit crazy, and the students wind up starting their own school and, of course, pass that crazy down to the next generation. A lot of people on my channel even blame the students for being taken advantage of by the instructor. This brings us to the question of the day. Whose fault is it? Is it the instructor's fault for being the con artist, or is it the student's fault for perpetuating it and going along with the nonsense? Me personally, I'm not real big on the victim blame thing. I think that if the original con artist didn't exist, then maybe these guys would have fallen into some other martial art that's more viable. But at some point, they do consciously make a decision to actually start their own martial arts school, and then they themselves now have students that they teach that nonsense to. So, who's at fault? Be sure to answer that question in the comment sections below so that way I know that you watched the entire video. As always, I look forward to reading your comments in the comment sections below. Thank you all for the likes, comments, shares, subscriptions, and memberships. Keep the martial arts legit and check out McDojoLife.com.
My baby got robbed the other day by degenerates. So she wanted to learn some new form of this self-defense. So she did her research and perused it online and found this dude said he could move shit with his mind. He call himself Seafood Paul Zimmerman. He got a dojo with a strip on near Cinnabon. Now she spends all day trying to break boards with her thoughts, but the only thing she's breaking is my little heart.